Alright, let's talk about something that quietly, almost invisibly, drains wealth from most investors. And no, it's not picking bad stocks or panicking during a market crash. It's a hidden force that most of us are paying for without even knowing it. So let's get right into it. I mean, just let that sink in for a second. It's a pretty uncomfortable idea, right? It suggests the biggest danger to our long-term wealth isn't some big dramatic event, but a slow, quiet leak. It's this silent friction happening in the background year after year. And the craziest part, a lot of these taxes are completely optional. So, to really see how this works in the real world, let's walk through a super common financial story. This is the default path, the one most of us end up on without even thinking about it. Okay, so picture a young professional. They're doing pretty well for themselves, making, say, $70,000 a year. But of course, that's not what hits their bank account. After income tax, Social Security, healthcare, and all the other deductions, what they actually have to work with is closer to $4,000 a month. And you know how it goes from there. Life happens, right? Housing takes a massive slice of the pie. Then you've got your car, your groceries, your utilities, maybe some student loan payments, a few subscriptions. And by the end of it all, what's actually left over to invest? Maybe, if you're diligent, around 650 bucks. And this is the money you feel good about, you feel responsible with. And this right here is the critical flaw in the system that almost everybody misses. They take that leftover cash, money that has already had taxes taken out, and they put it into a standard everyday investment account. And then boom, they get taxed again on any money it makes. It's a double tax trap, and we just walk right into it. You pay tax on your income, and then you turn around and pay tax on the growth from investing what's left of that income. Now, you might be thinking, well, it can't be that bad. Let's look at the numbers. Say you invest $500 a month. With a pretty standard 7% average annual return after 20 years, you're looking at about $260,000. And on the surface, that sounds great. But here's the catch. That number is an illusion. It's not what you actually get to keep. Every single year, your growth is getting hit with capital gains taxes when you sell, taxes on any dividends you get, and in some countries, you're even taxed on gains you haven't sold yet. It's this constant hidden drag holding you back. So why on earth do we all do this? Honestly, it's just human nature. We get our paycheck, we see the taxes are already taken out, and our brain just relaxes. We think, okay, this is my money now, and we immediately start focusing on what to invest in, which stock, which fund, not the structure or the account where we're investing. Okay, so this brings us to the big pivot. The solution here isn't some secret stock tip or a complex trading strategy. It's a really simple but incredibly powerful shift in your mindset. It all starts with asking a much smarter question. Here it is. This is the whole game. Most people are asking, what investment is going to give me the highest return? But the real question, the smarter question, is where can I put my money so it can grow with the least amount of friction? You see the difference? The focus shifts from the what to the where. It's about the environment, not just the investment. And these low-friction environments, they're not some secret loophole for the rich. They're tools that are built right into the system for all of us. You know, things like a 401k or a Roth IRA in the US, or an ISA in the UK. These accounts were specifically designed to let your money grow without the taxman taking a cut every single year. So what does this actually look like over a lifetime? What is the real dollars and cents impact of letting your money do its thing without that constant drag of taxes? Well, let's find out. This chart says it all, really. Let's imagine two people. They invest the exact same amount of money, $6,000 a year for 30 years. They even get the exact same investment returns. The only difference is that one of them is paying taxes on the growth along the way, and the other is using a tax-advantaged account. Look at that gap. It just gets wider and wider and wider every single year. And we're not talking about a small difference here. This isn't a few $1,000s. Over an entire career of saving and investing, the difference is very often well into the six figures. That is life-changing money, just left on the table because of friction. So let's just put a pin in this concept, friction. What is it? It's the quiet, yearly cost of taxes that eats away at your investment growth. It's the thing that slows down your journey to financial freedom, making retirement seem farther away and making your savings much weaker than they look on paper. And that's really what this all boils down to. We all hear about the magic of compounding, right? Well, that magic works best when it is left completely alone to do its thing. Every time taxes take a slice, no matter how small, the compounding engine has to restart from a lower base. The goal, the real secret, is uninterrupted compounding. And that brings us to the last thing I want you to think about. Take a hard look at your own strategy and ask yourself this question: is my money truly in an environment where it's free to compound? Or is it just getting by, fighting against that invisible headwind of friction year after year?